Hello to all you beautiful people of the internet. Welcome to another Kate Put a File, and this time we are looking at Derick's group. I wanted to do it all together because they were all in one place. This first one we're going to look at is called Barry. He is male. He has brown hair. His age is from early to mid-30s, but we don't know what his job was before, or anything about his life before the apocalypse. So during the apocalypse, at some point, Barry joined a group made of two people, Lucy and Derick. We'll get to those later. Together they robbed and killed other survivors for supplies. The group eventually came across Negan and used Lily to lower his guard. By the time Negan realizes it's a trap, Derick and Barry surround Negan and try to kill him, despite Lucy's protests. Derick then forces Negan to dig up Lucille's grave so they can bury him in it after they kill him. Barry is shocked when Derick threatens to kill Lucy. As Negan tells the story of his wife, the group becomes surrounded by walkers and Barry is devoured. So it looked like Barry did have some morals, like he threatened to kill Lucy. Like, why would you do that? But in the end, he was an asshole. So that is Barry. Let me know what you would have done with his fate and story. But let's move on, shall we? This time we're looking at Lucy. She is female. Her hair is blonde. Her age is from mid to late 20s. And before the apocalypse, she was a student. And she's the only person in Derick's group who isn't an antagonist. Aside from being a student, we don't know what her life was before the apocalypse. So during the apocalypse, Lucy joined a group made of two people, Barry and Derick. Together they robbed and killed other survivors for supplies. Lucy acted as a decoy and attempted to befriend their targets in order to extract information about other communities in the area. Eventually, the group encountered Negan living alone. Lucy began feigning interest in Negan to find out about nearby communities, before he eventually accused her of lying of being alone. Derick and Barry ambushed Negan as Lucy begged them not to kill him, calling him different to others they'd killed before. The two don't listen and order Negan to dig his own grave. During the process, Negan attempts to refuse to continue digging, only being swayed when Derick threatens Lucy's life. After the group is ambushed, Lucy watches Negan brutally kill Derick with a shovel, terrifying her. Lucy asks if Negan is going to kill her, but he instead invites her along on his quest to retrieve his wife's remains. After that, we don't know what would have happened. We're guessing that she probably did, but then after he got his wife's remains, they probably parted ways. So she's probably still okay. Maybe she found another group that is more nicer than Derick's. Speaking of Derick is next. He is male, he is brown. His hair colour is brown, sorry. His age is mid to late 30s. We don't know what his job was before, but during the apocalypse, he was the former leader of his own group. We don't know much about his life before the apocalypse, but during the apocalypse, he formed a group with two other people, Barry and Lucy. Together they robbed and killed other survivors for supplies. The group eventually came across Negan and used Lucy to lower his guard. By the time Negan realizes it's a trap, Derick and Barry surround Negan and try to kill him. Despite Lucy's protests, Derick then forces Negan to dig up Lucille's grave so they can bury him in it after they kill him. He begs them not to force him to continue, but he ends up complying after Derick threatens to kill Lucy. Derick asks him who's buried in the grave, saying they must be special if he'd rather die than dig them up. Negan tells them that it's his baseball bat, which is representative of his deceased wife. Derick says that his story is the stupidest shit he's ever heard. Suddenly, they are surrounded by walkers who kill Barry. Derick shoots some of them but gets bitten. Negan uses the shovel to kill the walker biting him, as he wants to kill Derick himself. He stabs and kills him with the shovel. in the chest with the shovel, cutting him in half, which is brutal. So that was Derick's group. Let me know what you would have done with all their fates and their storylines. Thank you very much for listening, and have a good day.